Good afternoon, students. This is a biology video, part 1. Still, we are studying basic concept, some of the basic concepts of the biology. As we have studied in our last video, that is nothing but generalizer cell. I mean to say that how the cell is made up of. The cell has to be made up of with some of the substance or the materials or the parts where we can say. So whatever I said right now, the substance or the materials or the parts, ultimately we used to call it as those are all nothing but the cell organelles. We used to call it as those are all cell organelles. So the generalizer cell, if at all we wanted to speak in all the type of the cells, already we came to know that the different type of the cells, shape and measurement also. That is a size, measurement, type, different types. There is a shape also. Depending upon the structure, it is going to perform its function. Also, we came to know that. And the generalized cell parts, if we take any shape of the cell, if we take any type of the cell, so the common cell organelles which is present in the cell, or we can say the cell is made up of, those are all nothing but the plasma membrane, cytoplasm and the nucleus. What are those three? That is a plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. In one in out of these three, one we have already finished in our last video, that is nothing but the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane, as we came to know that is nothing but the outer layer of the cell. Is it or not? See students, I have drawn here. So the round shaped cell which I have drawn over here. So there is a outer layer is called plasma membrane. So inner is the cytoplasm and this is the nucleus. These are the three parts which where we can see in all the type of the cells. There is a different type of the cells. So let us go through in this video. We are going to study the second part, and what we can say, what we have said also, that is a plasma membrane is acting as a protective layer for the cell, and it is one of the inflow and outflow. It is going to enter the substance into the cell and the substance from inside the cell to the outside also. That is the meaning of the inflow and outflow. Today in this video, let us go through the cytoplasm. So what is cytoplasm? Actually, let us first know about where exactly the cytoplasm is located. So the cytoplasm, that is nothing but cytoplasm of a cell lies the outside the nucleus. This is the nucleus means. So the cytoplasm lies outside the nucleus. So away from the nucleus also we can say. So center is called as a central, whereas away from the center we can call it as a peripheral also. Is it or not? So the cytoplasm of the the cytoplasm of the cell, which one is the cytoplasm of the cell we are speaking. So the cytoplasm of the cell lies outside the nucleus and inside the plasma membrane. So what I have drawn the diagram here, outside that is outside the nucleus, which is away from the nucleus, and inside the plasma membrane. So outermost layer is the plasma membrane. It is also called as a plasma lemma, or it is also called as a cell membrane also. These are the three names where we have understood in our last video also. So this is that is the plasma membrane, where we can say cytoplasm, which is going to lie inside the plasma membrane and outside the nucleus, where we can say. So this is what. And cytoplasmic matrix or a cytosol is a homogeneous liquid in which all the cell organelles and inorganic substance are found. Students, listen very carefully that whatever the cytoplasmic matrix, actually matrix, what they are using the word, it is nothing but the composition, and this we are speaking, that is the general. if you go for each particular cell, this composition is going to vary. Am I clear? It's going to vary. So keep this point in your mind. Okay? Each and every cell will be having a cytoplasm, but the cytoplasm contents will be going to vary depending upon the type of the cell. I hope so you are all understanding. Is it or not? In upcoming first PUC syllabus, so what we wanted to study, according to or on the basis of this matrix itself only, how the function is going to take place, we are going to study. Okay, so the cytoplasmic matrix or cytosol is a homogeneous liquid. What do I mean by homo? That is a similar. I mean to say that it is a similar. So cytoplasmic matrix, or it is also called as a cytosol. In many of the competitive questions, they may going to ask, instead of cytoplasm, they can use the word called as cytosol. Please don't get confused. Okay, so cytoplasmic matrix is also called as a cytosol. Is a homogeneous liquid. What we can say that actually it is not a solid, and actually it is not a completely liquid as what we can say. Okay, it is just like a semi solid liquid, where we can say also. Okay, homogeneous liquid in which all the cell organelles, students listen carefully. What we are saying, this is also cell organelle, plasma membrane, cytoplasm is also part of the cell, means it is also cell organelle, and nucleus is also cell organelle. I mean to say that, so in general, are the first formation of the cell, generally, which is formed by the three cell organelles. Those are nothing but plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now we are studying about the cytoplasm. So what we can say now, in the cytoplasm, it is a homogeneous liquid. It is a semi-solid liquid also, where we can say. So in this liquid, so there will be a cell organelles which is lying. The cell organelles means the parts of the cell, where we can say. So students, understand the concept clearly. What I actually am trying. If we consider our body, okay, if we consider our body, in our body there are some of the vital organs, not some of the vital organs, whatever the organs which is present in the human body, okay, as similar to the other living organism. So all the organs has to function, is it not? If one organ is also undergoing for the default, or it is not going to function, whether the living organism is going to be survive, it is not at all, students. Just like that, similarly, I said one statement that, so when the cell is alive, there is a life. Is it not? When the cell is alive, there is a life, what I said. So similarly, what I am trying to understand you peoples regarding to the cytoplasm means, whatever the homogeneous liquid we are saying, and ultimately we used to call it as it is a matrix. The matrix is nothing but some of the composition. The composition is nothing but all cells and other things which is a present, total or together, we called it as it is a cytoplasmic matrix. So these are the cytoplasmic matrix, cell organelles and inorganic substance. Do we know the difference between the organic and the inorganic? Yes. So the organic is nothing but the carbon and its compounds. Inorganic means that is which does not contain the carbon and its compounds. This is the major difference between the organic and the inorganic. I mean to say that in this homogeneous liquid, it is also going to consisting of the inorganic substance are found. So it is going to be absorbed. Cytoplasm is differentiated into inner granulated, that is endoplasm, and outer granule free ectoplasm. So once again, within that itself only, where within the cytoplasm itself only, they are differentiating into two layers, it seems. Inside the cytoplasm itself only, the cytoplasm present. So inside the plasma membrane, outside the nucleus, is it not? So in between that there will be a two layers of distinction they are going to do, distinguish they are going to doing. So differentiated into inner granulated, inner granules. You might have observed the sugar, okay, or the solute particles. Okay, ultimately that is the meaning of the granulated endoplasm, and outer granule free ectoplasm. Endo means it will be inside. Ecto means outside. Endo means inside. Ecto means outside. Okay. Let me continue in the next video, students.